Are you afraid of going to college? Does a scary new environment tickle your fear? Well, don't worry because no one around you is gonna know what to do either. So this was like my first day of college, and well, not even first day. This was like day zero of college, and I was trying to find like the campus grounds before school started, so that I could know where my classes are. Be a prepared little boy going into this new scary environment, and talk to someone that looked like that they were like a staff member there. So I asked them, "Hey, you know where this classroom is?" And they're like, "Oh, are you here for the high school tour?" And then and I was like, "No, I'm going to classes like tomorrow." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so what?" And then they kind of like told me where all the buildings are, how many classes we're in, and then I kind of walked around aimlessly. So a lot of people are going to be like telling you to do what I was doing as well, like looking for a classroom the day before. I think that's a good idea, but like no one is like expecting you to do it. So I was just walking around and no one else was doing it either. It was just me doing that, and I was the only one like going to class the next day, knowing where my classrooms are, and everyone around me was like, "Oh, where's this classroom? Oh, it's in that building. I missed my first class because I didn't know where the building was." So it's okay to be prepared, but like you aren't really expected to, and it's okay if you're like a little lost, because so is everyone else. It's gonna be a little lost. Speaking of which, got another story. This was also day zero of being in college. So I am Asian, and when going to, I was talking to my roommates about like new student orientation, and my roommates thought I was like an international student. So they told me the time for the international student orientation, not the one for local students, like the ones that are like in the country, in America, right? So I ended up missing the new student orientation because I just went to the wrong orientation, and then they're like, "Oh, you're not an international student," because I didn't really have a visa or anything to show them, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm not an international student." Like, "Oh, the orientation for the non-international students ended like yesterday," and I was like, "Oh, yesterday." And then I just went back to my dorm and I was like, "Hey, I'm not an international student." And they're like, "Oh, you're not? Oh, but like I thought you were like international student because you're Asian." I was like, "Oh well, I'm not." And then I asked them, "So what did I miss in the orientation from yesterday?" And they're like, "Oh, it's nothing important." And I was like, "Okay, well that was very helpful." So again, if you are nervous about going to college and not sure what's gonna be going on, and you fear of like missing out some information, I would say like you don't have to worry too hard about it, because your college professors are gonna be really chill, at least for the university I went to. But this seems to be a common thing with like everyone else I talk to, where it's like high school will like scare the shit out of you and tell you that like you're gonna be like in trouble and that kind of stuff, and the college not gonna have any mercy on you. And I after I'm almost done with college now, and I would say that this is so much easier than high school, dude. This is like not even close to like the level of intensity that high school tells you college is gonna be like. So I would just say like just be yourself. Everyone in college is gonna be rather open to like new people, new experiences. I know in high school people are gonna think like, oh, everyone's gonna be nasty and that kind of stuff, but high school's a kind of like a more scary environment than college, in my opinion. Just trust in, like mm, just the people that you're gonna meet. They're gonna be new people and that kind of stuff. They're more open to new things, and make sure to talk to a lot of people. I think having connections is like the main selling point of going to college, in my opinion. You can have better chance at finding like internships and stuff like that if you talk to your professors more, and people that have cars so you can drive to the grocery store and stuff like that.